good, y'all? I said we're back for another video. I'm so dead. Okay, anyway. I said we are back again for another video. I said we are back again. Oh my god, my thing. We are back again for another video. And in this video, basically I'm gonna give you my thoughts on what season 4 of All American. Okay, so let's just get into it. Okay, so I'm trying to recap because I just finished it. So basically, I'm basically just gonna like highlight some things, you know what I'm saying, that you know, happened in season 4. So okay, basically in season 4, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like season 4, I can say of On My Block was probably the best season. Like that was. That thing had me crying. That thing had, like, basically season 4 is like Grey's Anatomy at this point. Like, it did so much in one episode. I was flabbergasted. Like, I was crying one minute, like happy, sad. Like, I was just like, what in the world? Like, it's a play. It plays on your emotions. But some things that happened. So basically, Billy and I don't know what his wife's name is. Dang, I don't think they ever say her name. But anyway, so Billy and his wife, they still not together. He's still trying to get back with her, and I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, I don't really know how I feel about that situation. But you know what I'm saying, basically throughout the season, you know what I'm saying, they were trying to get back together, but then they wasn't. And it's just crazy how she was, you know, I mean, she has the option to like try to figure out if she really want to be back with him, but it's like you went to therapy with him, you did all this different type of stuff just to serve him with separation papers. I'm just like, if that, like, she been had them separation papers, so I'm just like, you should just went ahead and, you know what I'm saying, why boost this man up, make him think, but then it's like, okay, but he still cheated on you, so you don't owe him, you know what I'm saying, you don't owe him the decency of just being like, oh yeah, so separation, you know what I'm saying. I mean, she kind of played with my boy's emotions a little bit. Like, she was just like, oh yeah, we can go therapy, you know what I'm saying, we can have a little moment, all this good stuff, and then boom, separation papers. I was just like, ooh, excuse me. But then, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's good. She running for I don't know if she running for mayor or what. But yeah, she running for something, you know what I'm saying? That's good, that's good. And then we get Corey, which is Spencer's dad, it's crazy to me because it's still like, I'm still trying to figure it out, because it's like, so Corey is Spencer's dad. Well, yeah, okay. I think he both of them is his child. Really, I think it was his Spencer's younger brother who he was trying to figure out the paternity to, which is crazy because he did all that just to say, you know what, never mind, it does not matter. But then when she went off on him, and she was just like, hold up, I don't owe you nothing, because I raised these boys from Nahai when you left, so you don't get the opportunity to come in and ask for you know what I'm saying, a paternity test, because you ain't been raised on them no ways. So, you know, so what you thought this was? So I was just like, yes, somebody tell him something. Somebody tell him something, because he got the audacity to come in here and, you know what I'm saying, and do all this. And then, you know, when Spencer met Corey's other son, like stepson, that dude, bro, let me tell you, bro, I was just like, dang, like, I don't really know how I felt at first when they like actually met. I was just like, I was just like, but then I was like, dang, that's crazy, because he really like had a whole family in Nevada. Like he really had a whole family while his family was down there. Like that was crazy, and like I could really understand like why Spencer was mad, cause like you just up there in Nevada, you up there in Nevada playing house, and we down here, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure out where you was at, you know what I'm saying. So like that joke was crazy, but then come to find out, you know what I'm saying, then he left again. I was like, oh my god, he left again, and then Spencer was just like, well, forget him then, forget him. Cause I done wasted too many years worrying about that man. And I was just like, dang, I feel you. And he wrote him notes. I was just like, how dare you write him a note and all this different type of stuff. And then he was sitting outside the house. I was just like, dang, man, you really just gonna leave him like that? You gonna leave him again? I think you just left, and then you like how you gonna try to build a relationship and then boom, just like leave like that? Like you can't just do that. But like he left or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then come find out, you know what I'm saying, he had something. I don't know what they call it. But anyways, it you know, it was cancer. And it then came back like 3 times or whatever. I was just like, dang, you know what I'm saying? But then they went and found him at the little cabin and stuff. And I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? And they had some real nice moments. They went fishing and all that good stuff. And I was just like, this is really, 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 really nice. Like, it's really nice. And then, you know what I'm saying, before they was gonna leave the cabin, you know what I'm saying, Corey died. Bruh, when I tell you that scene, bruh, when I tell you, Daniel, listen to me. Daniel, that's Spencer. Like that's Spencer's, you know, real name. Daniel, listen. As a viewer watching you, sir, you did that scene. You did that scene. Like I really felt that. You know, I felt that. But yeah, that thing really. I was like, damn. Oh, oh. I was like, darn. I was like, are you serious? Like, dang. I was like, that's cold. So, but yeah, that scene really touched me. I was just like, dang, that's tough. But I mean, overall, I was glad that they like got to have nice moments, you know what I'm saying, before all that happened. Like, I'm glad that they actually got to see him, because it would have been crazy if like they would have never got to see him ever again, and then he would have died, and then they wouldn't have known nothing. Like, they wouldn't have known that the reason that he left was because he didn't want them to see him, you know, die and stuff like that. But it still would have been crazy, because he would have been left, and then I feel like Spencer still would have had that built up pain based off of the fact like that, dang, he left for us sake. Like he got to meet us and all this different type of stuff, talking about he want to build a family and all this different type of stuff, and then he just leave again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you know what I'm saying, I mean, dang, you know, it was tough that, you know, he had to die and stuff like that, but at the same time, it was good to know that they, you know, actually has a couple of moments and made a couple of memories before, you know what I'm saying, that happened. So, you know what I'm saying, I was happy for that. And then, you know what I'm saying, not sidekick, but his stepbrother, I'm glad that they took him in, because he's really a good kid. How about when, bruh, you know what threw me off though? When his mama came and tried to pick him up, he was like, I ain't going nowhere. I was like, see, because dang, like, in a sense, I was like, dang, how you think you just gonna come how you just gonna come, you know what I'm saying, from Germany? Like, how you just gonna come pick him up and tell him he going to Germany? Like, you can't just do that. But then again, I felt where she was coming from, because I don't know you. I'm like, you, like, you know, Spencer said, like, she know Corey, and she knew that he was gonna be in good hands with Corey. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, she don't know them. She don't know Spencer and his mom and all that good stuff like that. So it's just like, I need to figure this out. I need to come take my son back, because I don't really know how y'all rock and how y'all move and all this good stuff like that. So, I mean, I understood that situation. So that's that on it, you know what I'm saying? Spencer's mom, let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad, you know, she got a little buddy and stuff like that. Because she really be like stressed out. You know, I just want to say that I am so, like, looking at the relationship. It's so crazy, like, looking at the dynamic of, like, Billy and Corey's relationship. Because I like when they showed the backstory of the situation and like how Billy was just like he was like, you jealous and you been jealous, and basically how like he took Grace from him, and you know, just stuff like that. I was like, dang, I was like, dang, that's tough. Like, and they supposed to be boys, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that they kind of like repaired that. And then it was crazy because he said he was gonna be head coach, and they had the audacity to name the field after Billy Baker, talking about Billy Baker Field. And he's just like, I can't play on this field, you know what I'm saying? But that joke was crazy. So, what else? Olivia and Asher. Okay, so I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for it. But then it's crazy because, like, Asher was taking steroids. And it's just, like, it's crazy because I'm just like, how dare you? Like, you just, like, you know, you took steroids in the, was it him that took steroids? Or was it, dang, what's it Olivia's brother? What's Olivia's brother's name? Child, I don't remember that. It was a lot of junk going on throughout the whole season. I can't even remember names at this point. I'm just gonna say Olivia's brother. So, was it him taking stories? I don't know who. I forgot who it was that was taking stories, but it was in the previous season. Somebody was taking stories, and it's just crazy to me because it's crazy. Like, I feel like if they ain't want you, like, I understand it's a lot of pressure on you because you ain't really got nothing else and all this good stuff like that. But steroids, man. And this motherfucker was like, couldn't breathe and stuff. Like, he was finna pass out and all types of stuff. And I'm just like, bro, you need to let that go. You need to let it go. And then when Olivia came to him, it was just like, you need to, you know, you just need to let that go. Like, when she told her dad, I feel like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, maybe it was a kind of breaching trust a little bit. But at the same time, it's like, I done told you, like, I came to you one-on-one and was like, are you using steroids? And maybe that's not the best thing for you. And you said you promised that you weren't going to do it no more. And then, lo and behold, you did it. And so I told on you. So, I mean, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? What you put me in a predicament because I already done come to you one-on-one. So I was just like, I mean, Olivia had to do what she had to do. But then how Billy took up and was just like, oh, I don't know who steroids it is. And then, you know what I'm saying, in the end he was just like, oh, they my steroids or whatever. I was just like, dang, you know what I'm saying, you a real one. You a real one. I was like, you Billy, you a real one. Because, you know what I'm saying, he really took the blame for Asher, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't want Asher to, like, you know what I'm saying? But then it got real deep. Like, it got real deep. They was going to take his job and just all the different types of stuff. And, you know what I'm saying? Asher was just like, I can't let that happen. You know what I'm saying? And he just went up and, like, took it like a G and was just like, you know what? I'm just going to hold him to it. But then it's crazy. It's crazy because he understood they suspended him indefinitely and stuff like that. But then they were still talking about how they wanted to look at they wanted to still look at Billy because he lied about steroids and, you know what I'm saying, to protect Asher and all that good stuff. And I'm just like, y'all, the board of boosters, the board of the school, the print, like, all them is just trash. Like, throughout the whole season, they was pissing me off, bro. They was pissing me off. Because I'm just like, bro, leave my boy Billy alone. Like, leave my boy Billy alone. Like, seriously. I was just like, you ain't even got to pressure my boy like that. Like, bro, if it wasn't one thing, it was another. First, he was going to resign. Then he wasn't going to resign. Then he was on break. Then the little slimy dude, I don't even remember what his name was. Old dude trying to get at Spencer. Old dude trying to make everything out of a television show. Trying to make money. Basically, he was the head booster. I don't remember what his name was. I don't even know if they said what his name was. But he was the head booster. I'm just like, dude, you doing too much. Like, you really doing too much. Talking about, well, I'm just gonna be more than a checkbook. No, sir, you can leave. Like, we don't need your checkbook. We don't need you or your checkbook. Like, I was just like, bro, you doing too much. He did too much, bro. He was pissing me off throughout the whole season. Him and the board, I was just like, bro. I was just like, bro, like, you doing too much. Like, bro. They had it out for Billy. They had it out for Billy the whole season. Like, bro, if you want one thing, him and that head booster. If you want one thing, it was another, bro. First, you gonna suspend my dude. You know what I'm saying? Then you gonna try to pressure him to resign. Then you gonna try to like tell him what to do. You gonna bring other professional NFL players to try to win over the boys. You know what I'm saying? Try to win over the team so you can try to integrate him into the coaching next season. You try to, you know what I'm saying, throw my boy under the bus. You know what I'm saying? You try to pay people. You try to get into Spencer's head. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, bro, when Billy finally came up to them, and then when it all went down, like, he really tried to give him an envelope and try to say, all this different type of stuff. And I'm just like, bruh. I'm just like, bruh, y'all doing too much. But when Billy walked up there and was like, I'm not finna be your puppet, I was like, Billy, I'm here for it. Like, because at the end of the day, they're just not gonna let you win. So you're just gonna have to leave. So, and then he ended, you know, and Spencer was just like, well, me and you can coach, you know what I'm saying, you can coach Crenshaw. I just like, bruh, they really just going back and forth. Because, like, Billy came to get him from Crenshaw, took him to Beverly. Now they going back to Crenshaw. I'm just like, y'all playing it. But yeah, I was happy for that. I was like, because I feel like they'll appreciate him at Crenshaw. But then because I was just like, they doing too much. He's like, I'm not going to be up. And I was like, and then when he tried to talk trash after Billy left, and Billy's wife came up, and she was just like, you're not finna sit here and talk about Billy like that, because Billy done dedicated his whole life to this team. Like, he done gave everything for this team. Cause he even basically he sacrificed his whole marriage, basically. Cause this nigga in the separation right now. Like, he risked his whole marriage for that football team, and for them to disrespect him like that. And so when she came up there, she was just like, this nigga gave his whole life to y'all, so you're not gonna sit up here and talk. I was like, girl, see, I like you. I like you. What else? Oh, let's get into it. So when Spencer got shot, listen, I was just like, dang. I was like, dang, he ain't better play. He ain't better play no more. And it's so crazy because he took a whole break. Like, it was crazy how he was like, the only reason I played football was because of my dad. You know what I'm saying? Now his dad gone. He was just like, I don't see the fun in it no more. Or I don't see why, you know, I want to play it anymore. And I was just like, dang. And you know what I'm saying? He was just like, I'm gonna pay for college, I'm gonna work, pay for college, stuff like that. And then Tyrone just popped out of nowhere, girl. Listen to me. I don't know what that dude name was. Preach. Bruh, Preach was coming through. I ain't gonna lie. Preach was coming through for Coop. Bruh, I don't know what got in the Coop, but yeah, Preach was coming through for Coop. I'm just like, how you gonna want to be in this gang? You get in this gang, you snitch, you tell on Tyrone, and you know what I'm saying, the whole city turned against her. Not the whole city, but like everybody just, you know, it was just like, yeah, you a snitch. And I was just like, dang. I didn't really know how to feel about that, because I was just like, dang, like, she really just, you know, tried to get Tyrone off the streets, because Tyrone was going crazy, you know what I'm saying? And she really tried to get Tyrone off the streets or whatever, and people was just being ungrateful, you know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, that joint crazy. But yeah, couldn't find out that Sean mama the one that killed him. I was just like, dang, she really beats it out here. But then when Patience threw away the gun, I was like, dang. She really trying to be like ride or die, but it's like she threw away the evidence, and so Coop was just like, dang, I gotta go ahead and turn myself in because I ain't got no evidence. I was like, dang, that ain't tough. It was real crazy, you know what I'm saying? And then it's crazy how like Preacher was coming through. Like Preacher really had love for Coop, cause it like she would get herself in in trouble. Like even with old dude, bruh. I don't know what his name was. Old dude that sold her the tickets or told her to sell the tickets for $100, that thing was already suspenseful. Cause I'm like, okay, $100 for some tickets, $100 for some tickets. I was like, that just don't make sense. Like that just don't make sense. I was just like, that don't make sense at all. I was like, $100. And Coop just like, yeah. And then he played her. And then when she tried to get in, he was like, oh, I don't know you, bruh. I was like, bruh, are you serious? Are you really trying to play my girl Coop like that, bruh? That jump was crazy. I was just like, dang, are you serious? That jump, I was just like, dang. But then Preach handled it. And it was crazy because, like, Preach, you know what I'm saying? Preach couldn't even watch his own back. Like, Preach couldn't watch his own back because he was so busy trying to watch. And I feel like that was what really got him, because he was, the whole time he was trying to protect Coop, that he didn't even watch his own back. Like, and that's what really messed him up. And, it's crazy because Tyrone was like, oh, I know you was gonna do it. I knew you was gonna do it, and I knew that Coop just wasn't gonna, like, you was gonna talk Coop down, and that you was gonna do it. And it's crazy, he was so predictable because he knew he was gonna, even though he said, you know, disown Coop, and he was just like, yeah, Coop, you out of this, and I don't see you no more. And then boom, you know what I'm saying? He did that, but I was like, he on his third strike, but I was just like, dang, that just hurt me, bro, because I like to preach. You know what I'm saying? Then they beat him up. Then Tyrone left and then came back and got, like, tried to threaten Flip. I'm just like, dang, bruh. I'm like, dang, bruh. Dang, bruh. I was like, dang. I'm like, that's tough. And then they, you know, beat Preach up in jail. I'm just like, dang, they just wilding out here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was like, dang. You know what I'm saying? Dude on his third strike, he ain't going nowhere. Like, I was like, dang, that's tough. That's real tough. Like, he really set my boy up. But then it was like, it's crazy because he knew he couldn't have shot him. You know what I'm saying? He knew he couldn't have shot him in broad daylight in a park. And Tyrone knew that. And he fell. He kind of fell for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, him trying to protect Coop so much that he forgot to watch his own back. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody, you know, come on now. You trying to watch your own back? Something would have told you not to pull up on him at no park in broad daylight, like you was really going to, you know, do something. Because, you know, and I don't think Tyrone was just really willingly going to just go with him so he could shoot him. Like, you know, so I just feel like that just wasn't a smart move. But he was overshadowed by, like, trying to protect Coop, and that's what, you know, got him. Spencer, let's talk about Spencer, bro. Spencer is just hard-headed, bro. He is so hard-headed, and I mean, that's just what makes him Spencer, but he is so hard-headed. Darn it, like, I was through this whole thing, I was getting so mad at Spencer because, you know what I'm saying, like, when he got shot, you know what I'm saying, they had a decision, but that thing got me because I was like, dang, I didn't think he was gonna die, but I was just like, dang, you know what I'm saying, he ain't gonna be able to use his arm no more, and that's a part of, like, catching, you know what I'm saying, because he's a receiver and stuff like that. So, and it's a part of it, and I was like, dang, he ain't be able to play football no more. And it's crazy because he took a whole break from something that he loved to do, and now he's not gonna be able to do it for, you know, forever. You know what I'm saying? Even he said that, he was just like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I was gonna take a little break, but, you know, now that I ain't gonna be able to do it forever, like, that joint kind of crazy. And, I was just like, dang, like, this nigga is hard-headed, like, because the doctor telling him to sit down, he's steady trying to put weight on. And if anybody out there knows, like, when you break something, like, dude got shot, but it's the same thing. Like, it's not the same thing, but it's like, okay, when you break a bone, you can't just get on that thing, you know what I'm saying, or you damage a nerve, like, you can't, like, you can't just get on that thing. Like, I sprained an ankle, and I kept trying to, like, I was just like, oh, I just kept trying to, you know, people would be like, oh, just try to walk it out. Girl, I done walked myself into some pain. That's what I walked myself into. So I already knew it wasn't gonna really go that good for him not trying to sit down and let that thing heal on a real note. Like, I knew it just wasn't gonna work out for him, but I mean, that's him. He just can't sit down nowhere. But I was still like, I don't think, I was just like, I don't think it's gonna go over. I don't think it's gonna go over well because he didn't want to sit down. He didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? And then it's crazy because, you know what I'm saying, at the end, you know what I'm saying, when he went to go grab some, you know, some juice, I think he went to go grab some juice out the refrigerator at the end, and he couldn't hold it no more. His arm just went limp. I was just like, dang. You know what I'm saying? Like, it surprised me, but it was just like, it was inevitable. You know what I'm saying? You know, because even Billy was like, you need to calm down. You know what I'm saying? Because I did the same thing that you did. You know what I'm saying? Trying to rush back into it. And now, you know what I'm saying? Look at me. I still can't play football. You know what I'm saying? Or, I think somebody else, oh yeah, dude's mama, um, Corey's stepchild mama, she was just like, that look in his eyes, like he not gonna quit. He don't really understand that he just need to sit down somewhere because, you know, I know somebody that didn't sit down, and, you know what I'm saying, now, you know, they all messed up. So I already knew, like, it probably just wasn't gonna end well for him. Like, at first, like, when he got his arm back, and, you know, they won a little jamboree and stuff like that, even the brace, like, he gave him the brace, and it was like, we just gonna send him to place. Like, he tried to, like, keep him in it, and he still gonna loosen his brace up, you know what I'm saying, just wouldn't quit. I mean, they won, and that's all fine and dandy, but then, like, he made a big, huge promise to the city of Crenshaw, because, you know what I'm saying, it's crazy how, like, people don't really talk to the community and stuff. Like, the community is the people that go to the school, and they just like, well, we just gonna forget about the football team altogether, and just forget about it altogether, and make it, you know what I'm saying, focus on academics. And I was just like, dang, you know what I'm saying, like, you just, like, and know that, like, the community, it's a community thing, and nobody talked, like, to the community about it. And it's crazy, and you know what I'm saying, especially just like, I'm coming back to Crenshaw, you know what I'm saying, and it's crazy because now he may not, you know what I'm saying, looking at the last part of season 4, he may not be able to use his arm when all he had to do was just kind of sit down somewhere, you know. But then it's like, he had the pressures of recruiters backing away from him, and it's like, he still needed to get that full ride to college, you know, and stuff like that. So, and he had to prove that he could play and stuff like that. But I just feel like he should have just done his physical therapy. Should have just been like, he should have just took it easy and came back. You know what I'm saying? Even if he would have had to take a semester, he could have come back in the fall. He could have come back in the spring or something like that and played or something. Because he still had recruiters looking at him. Like, they probably wasn't looking at him as much, you know, seeing as what happened, his injury. But he still could have come back. Like, he still could have come back. And I'm just like, bro, sit down. You know what I'm saying? If I sprained the ankle and that gym was hurting like that, and I kept trying to walk on it, then I know he was hurting. I know he was. So I just like, bruh. So he was pissing me off, but at the same time, it's like the will and determination. I was just like, dang, you know what I'm saying? That's real. But and then it's crazy because, you know what I'm saying, looking at the last part of the season where, you know what I'm saying, his hand won't really working like it could, like, you know, his hand won't really working. I was just like, dang, he just made this big old promise to, you know what I'm saying, the whole community that he was going to come back and play football so they could keep their football program alive, you know what I'm saying, not, you know, not have the school, you know what I'm saying, take it away or whatever. And now he may not even be able to play, like, so it's real crazy, you know what I'm saying. So, like, so I would have wanted him to just sit down. I would have just, like, I know he probably couldn't, but I just would have wanted him to, like, just sit down for a second. And then let's talk about, I forgot what her name was. I gotta be forgetting names. Olivia's friend. What's her name? The one, Spencer's girlfriend. We're just gonna say Spencer's girlfriend because that's the only one I think I like. Spencer's girlfriend. Girl, she was going crazy. I was like, dang, that's crazy. But yeah, depression's a real thing. And, you know, that was just a real crazy. Like she made that shit believable. I ain't gonna lie. Like she did that. She did the scenes really good on that. And it was just crazy. But like now that she found her niche, you know, as far as like producing and stuff like that, her and Coop, they gonna produce and stuff like that. And I was just like, that's real good, cause you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And it's crazy, like when Olivia at the end, like she was kind of like feeling like she wanted to like go back, and then she like drank that little bit of, you know what I'm saying, and Spencer showed up, drank that little bit of liquor, and then Spencer showed, I was just like, thank the Lord, because I didn't want her to go back into that, you know what I'm saying. And he was just like, you know what I'm saying, I know everybody else gone for the summer and stuff like that. Why is it that something always happens before the summer? Anyway, but yeah. I was just like, thank the Lord, because I did not want her to go back into, like, after she done fought so, and I just want to know, where is her sponsor at? Because she done called for her sponsor like 11 times, and her sponsor is nowhere to be found, like, nowhere to be found. Like, where is her sponsor at? Because she was fighting hard, and she just almost gave in, because her sponsor was nowhere to be found. But I'm glad Spencer was there, because I would just been like, dang, that'd been tough. How about Olivia's brother? Because I cannot think of what his name is for nothing. So we just could say Olivia's brother. How about it? How about, you know what I'm saying, he was having his little fun, and he thought he had got a girl pregnant. I was just like, see, that's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. But then, like, how he stepped up and was like, well, he tried to, you know, do the crib and buy this and buy that, move her in. So I was like, dang, you really doing it up, my boy. You really doing it. I commend you, because you really doing it up right now. And, you know what I'm saying, they ended up, you know, and then she was just like, I gotta leave and all that stuff like that. And then how about the girl, mom, what's her name? I don't know what her name is, but whoever the girl was that was pregnant, her mama was just like, oh, so, see, I already see what it is. And he got all this drama in his family and stuff like that. And I'm just like, who are you? I was like, who are you? And then she was shamed. I was just like, see, that's what you get. When she was shamed, and she had told her that he was not the father, I was just like, see, now what? You was saying all that? You was saying all that? And now what? Oh. And so that's how I felt about that, because I was just like, yeah. But how he stepped up to the plate and like was just like, and even after he figured out like that it wasn't his son, how he still stayed up there and just like try to be there for her and talk to the mom and all that good stuff. I was just like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I really like this, you know what I'm saying? I really appreciate this. So yeah. And then at the end, you know what I'm saying, they was just like, you know what, we're gonna try to make this work, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to see like where this goes. So yeah. And then tell me why, you know something that made me so mad? So when Asher's mom finally like came back or whatever, how she got the audacity to try to tell him to serve his dad with their divorce papers. I was just like, are you so you called me here for this heartwarming moment just for me to serve, just to tell me that you getting engaged to another person, and for me to serve my dad with these papers because you can't serve them. You can't serve. I was like, are you serious? Like, what kind of mother are you for you to send your child to do something like that? So I was just like, I wouldn't talk to her ever again. But then, you know what I'm saying, come to find out, you know, and then that was so, like, I just like, wow. But come to find out, he was holding, you know, the dad was the one, like, keeping her away or whatever. And that's crazy because I was just like, you had Asher thinking that his mom didn't really care about him this whole time. And basically the dad was just holding something over. And it's crazy because the only thing that he was holding over her was that she used to be an escort. And I was just like, dang, of all things for you not to just go ahead and be like, son, I was escort, your dad was holding it over me, and so now we can just be together. Like, I was just like, is that really something that you was just really so scared? Like, I couldn't see why she was just so scared to just be like, I was escort at one point, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just letting them get on with their lives. But I mean, it's out now, and you know what I'm saying? They gonna get on a little yacht over the summer, and I was like, okay, you know, that's gonna be what that's gonna be. Um, what else? Have I went over everything? Have I went over everybody? I think. Yeah, I think. But anyway, so yeah, that's my thoughts on that. That the season 4 was really good. Can't wait for season 5. You know what I'm saying? What else? But yeah, that's it. I think so. If I missed anything, you know what I'm saying, put it down in the comments so we can talk about it. Yep, and like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. You know the deal is Z. It's like, nah, you know the deal. But anyway, so yeah, like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And that's all. That's it. See you in the next video.